hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a two in the chat if you could not hear me. Happy weekend. Hope all is going well with you guys. Happy New Year's, all that good stuff. Time is flying, and it's like already about to be February, Black History Month, all that good stuff. But it's been a while since I checked in with you guys. I want to definitely go check in. Let you not guys know I'm good. Let you know why I've been MIA, what's been going on with me. So that's what this live stream is about tonight. So sorry it's been forever, but thank you guys for rocking out with me and still being consistent with me. Despite not hearing from me, I really appreciate that. So if you know, you know. Thank you guys for still being with me. But I'm gonna jump right into it. So hope you guys are catching this live. You guys can comment with me. Leave me a comment, ask me questions. I can like talk to you in real time. But if not, replay games are your thing. It's all good. But I'm just be real with you guys. Sometimes we stop showing up for things we actually enjoy. And it's a weird thing, but it definitely happens. And I'm gonna just discuss three common reasons why we often stop showing up for ourselves with things we really, really love. I'm like a little kind of tongue tied because I don't want to go over too many things. I want to make sure I go over like three main things, so I don't want to get, all carried away. But if you're new here, like subscribe, and if you're not new here, you're just visiting. Hey y'all, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. Um, but I'm gonna just jump right into it, burnout. You guys know if I have another channel, so focus on the other channel and burnout, trying to, get things right, constructed, be here and there, do the same thing for each one, editing, topic ideas, live streaming, short videos, other apps you're working with, Canva, CapCut, TikTok, StreamYard, Ecamm, having the finances to get all the pro accounts and everything. It's a lot, and real life, so just managing, all of that was kind of like burnout. Like it was hard to give all that energy to more than one YouTube channel, let alone the Log Diary channel, So that's number one, just being real with you guys out here, it's a real thing. Some guys are really into everything. They got the resources to do stuff and they can get it done, but we're not all the same out here. We're definitely not all the same. Um, Also, I wanted you guys to know that, I was really focused on the Wine and FaceTime platform, bringing that open discussion live stream back. That was a fun thing. So that's another reason why I didn't come back here, right away because I didn't want Wine and FaceTime to be right, perfect, the right platform, the right energy, the right vibe, the right place, the right people. To have these discussions we had so many times before that were really, really good. And I didn't want to, undersaturated, so I wanted to bring it back right and strong and find the right timing to do it, and be there and be at my other channel at the same time. Good evening. I wanted to make sure I was giving myself, energy both places. But it's hard and sometimes we don't give our all, and number three, the obsession and perfection of, trying to be perfect all across the board and, kind of ties into number two, trying to be consistent, it's kind of hard, So hey guys, it's kind of hard and things happen and it's real life. And silence, silence doesn't mean quitting. It just means, trying to get it right. So, it'll look right and flourish in the right ways in the end. So those are like the three main reasons, I feel like, I kind of like dwindled off and I wasn't active on this channel and, doing a lot of live streams, a lot of short videos and, reels and, really small, cute little videos because those three things, like I'm only one person, I'm not robotic, Hey, how you doing? It's hard to be in both places, so that's just keeping it real, no excuses, It was kind of difficult and, I tried my best, and I went with the channel that was showing the most productivity, in my opinion, that I could, make more, efforts and gains with. So if you guys know me, I have another channel called Lock Diaries, definitely subscribe there. If you're new here, if you don't know about that channel, talk about my Lock Diary, life, my journey, ups and downs, pros and cons, growth spurts, budding, hairstyles, DIYs. I talk about all of that on my other channel, Lock Diaries. So if subscribe over there to Lock Diaries. If you want to hear about lock videos and, hair care and all that other good stuff. But That was it, burnout. Burnout is real being a content creator. Sometimes, you spread yourself too thin, you run out of ideas, and you don't got time for editing and recording and, downloading different apps and, filters. It's a lot of work behind the scenes. So I can see why some people actually hire someone full time just to do the work for them. It's a lot. So that's one of the reasons why, I kind of stopped showing up here for NY Grapevine with live videos, and, a lot of regular short videos or pre recorded videos in general because I was dealing with that. So my silence didn't mean I quit, it just meant I was trying to figure it out with both channels. And Live Diaries got the best of me. So I'm sorry, just being honest with you guys, that's really what happened. And I'm definitely trying to be better, which is why I'm here tonight. So happy weekend. Hope all is well to everyone. Shout out to the chat. You guys doing your thing out there. Thank you guys for all the love in the chat this early. Appreciate you guys so much. Um, that's really, what happened, and I'm just being my authentic self, letting you guys know what happened, So I'm definitely gonna show up here more often to NY Grapevine. I'm gonna be here with more short videos, more short live videos, and maybe spontaneous, but bear with me. I'm gonna get my schedule and get my grooves together to get a rhythm so y'all know what to expect me. But hope you guys are having a great weekend, hope you guys are well, hope you guys are safe, and thank you guys for coming to vibe and check out with me. Really, really do appreciate that. So moving on, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is pretty much, I wanna ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever stepped away from something that you actually miss, when you kind of feel guilty for it, It could be anything, it could be something work related, it could be something personal related, it could be lifestyle related, it could be, anything. Because I definitely have one, and obviously showing up NY Grapevine, that's one of the things I would say, I really enjoyed coming over here, talking smack, being myself, having videos and conversations that were uncensored, with people popping up on the platform and doing open discussions and topics about all kind of things that were like not off borders, for anything, and getting different people's opinions and viewpoints and meeting people in different parts of the world. Like that was super dope and fun, for me. I definitely had a great time doing that. And on top of that, it was a great way of getting to know people, in real time without spending money to go meet people. And it was great to hear other people's ideas and viewpoints and just network and learn a different way to meet people. Hey Irby, how you doing? Happy weekend. Like I really just really I love doing that. And I met Irby, on Wine and FaceTime. So shout out to Irby Fatal. He has a channel. Make sure you guys go like and subscribe to his channel. But that's definitely something that, I miss, on top of that, I miss my workout journey. I've been working out in a while, So what's something that you guys miss? Jump in the chat, let me know if there's anything that you really love doing and you stepped away from it from some reason and you just really miss it. I just gave you guys two things. Give me something in the chat, throw your comment in the chat, let me know what is one thing you missed that you stepped away from, in 2025 or in 2026 and you already missed it. You wish you can have it back, no matter what it is, we're not judging here, we're just saying, it happens to the best of us. We all go through these periods of time where we step away from something we really, really love because life happens. We got to make other decisions. So it's okay. It's definitely okay. You know what I'm saying? No judgment out here at all. So for me, I got juicy and plump and fluffy lately. I've gained some weight. I am not my regular skinny self. I was definitely around 146 to like 180 on a good day. Homegirl is way beyond that nowadays. So I've stepped away from my fitness routine and I am looking like a nice, wholesome piece of meat out here. And I say all that to say that, I miss working out, I miss the endorphins, I miss, the outfits and meeting people in the gym and, working out with people and, networking and that whole lifestyle. But life happens. I know what to do. I have much memory. I'll get there, and live streaming, I know how to press live, I know how to press upload, I know how to press go and edit and, do everything. But sometimes it just wears you thin, But again, I'm not going to go in about myself anymore. I don't see any comments in the chat. I don't see anyone confessing about what they stepped away from that they really missed. But, I know it's not just me. I know other people out there miss things they've done. But, it's all good. I understand we're probably just being quiet and comfortable right now in the beginning, trying to see where the conversation's going. I'm feeling you. But if there's something you do want to discuss, something you do want to hear, something you do want to talk about, feel free to throw it in the chat. Let me know what's on your mind, any ideas, anything you want to say. I'm currently in New York City. We have a hell of a lot of snow. We just had a snowstorm. We're getting another storm, I think, This Sunday we're getting more snow, so it's very ugly out here. It's very cold. We've had frigid weather, and that's what I'm dealing with out here in these sides of the woods in the East Coast. So what y'all dealing with out there? Wherever you from, let me know in the chat where you from. East Coast, West Coast, another country. Let me know where you from. Throw it in the chat. But happy weekend, guys. Definitely cool to see you guys out here. Um, Definitely really good to see you guys. So, guys, have you heard about any of this gossip out here in these streets recently? A lot of gossip going on in the streets from the presidents and the mayors, and all this corruptness. These agent people out here, taking lives on camera. These protesters, these non-peaceful riots where people are just being unalive. All this craziness happened. These new authority figures with three letters in their names. They out here just acting like Rambo and G.I. Joes, just getting crazy. It's really phenomenal the way the world is right now. Like, it's just so much crazy is happening right now. Like, what do you guys think about this? Any comments? What do you guys think about this? I know you're all watching the news. You're not watching the news. You see it on social media, the blogs. You're hearing about it word of mouth. People are actually being unalive. Um, you did a stream on it, Irby. Okay, I gotta catch it. Like, what do you guys think about this? I feel like this is not a race color factor conversation anymore. This is definitely a conversation of what the HEW hockey sticks is going on, as well as right is right, is wrong is wrong. When you know better, you do better. And what country are we living in now that things like this just happening? And it's on full video, and people are live streaming it, sharing it, and people are being acquitted and excused of charges. Like, what is going on in the world? Like, we didn't see everything, but from what we saw, we don't think that's justified at all. No matter who he related to, what color his skin is, what happened before the video went live. No one needs to be unalive like that. That's horrible. And yes, that next man, Don Lemon, getting arrested, like, it's so crazy, how the shades and hues and colors, can just, vary from different levels and shades of, authority and non-authority, and fines to protest to murder to, abuse. Like, it goes on and on and on. It's just so wild how things happen out here in these streets. It's so wild.